Welcome to the super fun game review podcast. Go Mega Ultra Between Review Show.
Down.
Welcome to MUBRS. Retrospective.
Spectacles.
Sunday.
Now, is there a word from a certain somebody?
I believe there's a word from our sponsors, Steve.
Oh, from our sponsor? Who is that sponsor, Clark?
Deep Creek Glassworks.
Does he have people say Deep Crick?
No.
Oh, he should.
Deep Crick?
Deep Crick
Deep
Glassworks?
Glassworks.
I think that's a whole different spelling. Although he does get confused regularly with Deep Creek, Maryland, which is a thing. And some of the craft shows I have, are you from Deep Creek, Maryland? It's like, no, that was just the name of the road that he lived on when he started making this glass back in 2013. See? Segue.
He doesn't live anymore, so it's not a dox. Get fucked.
No, it's not.
Get fucked.
Yeah, get fucked, motherfuckers. And while you get fucked, go ahead and buy some glass. Because that glass...
That's always when I like to do my shopping.
When you're getting fucked.
Yeah.
I do my best thinking.
Oh, wait, let me hit Deep
There's
Creek.
so much clarity in focusing on a single thing. The shopping.
Yes.
It's shopping or Margaret Thatcher naked on a cold day.
Well, if you're not thinking of Margaret Thatcher, then you can go to deepcreekglassworks.com, work spelled WORX, because there you're going to find some awesome handmade glass artwork, functional pieces. Pieces. Although pieces?
Millions of peaches.
Billions of pieces.
Peaches not for free, but shipped for free.
Yeah, shipped for free in crush-resistant boxes, and those functional pieces are some glassware. Do you want a beer glass? Cool, got you covered. Do you want a coffee or tea mug?
Oh,
cool.
man.
Got you
Those
covered.
fucking crown of thorns that he posted on Instagram recently are
Wild.
fucking ridiculous.
Wild.
Yeah.
Definitely get on the Instagram and check them out. Like, it is just awesome. Like, even if you're not going to buy anything, like, just even the follow helps, like social media, all that nonsense.
Yeah.
But
He posted that one.
some amazing stuff.
That one just blew me away. I mean, like, all of his art's, like, great, but that one was fucking insane.
Yeah. And those are the type of custom pieces and more that you can just hit them up and be like, hey, can you make this? And most likely going to say yes, or at least he's going to try his darndest. So be sure to check out Deep Creek Glassworks, work spelled WORX.com. Check out their Instagram, their Etsy. Just type it in Google. It's going to pop up. You're going to see some awesome stuff, whether you like that you see right off the bat, or maybe you want some different colors of something you see. He can do that too. All you got to do is ask. And he's going to ship it to you in crush-resistant boxes, and you're going to get 10% off of your first purchase when you use our promo code.
Super fun.
Super fun.
Today.
Today, Junior.
Support small business, because that's what makes America run. It's not Dunkin's. They fucking lie.
So, retrospective today.
Yes, we are delving into the Nintendo
Wii 2.
The Wii 2.
Wii U.
Yeah, that will have a
We,
short...
me.
Yeah, Wii
Got
U.
him.
That will have a short life cycle, just like it did in real life. So, the Nintendo Wii was Nintendo's fifth major game console that followed the GameCube. It was first released on November 19th, 2006 in North America, and December 2006 for most of the other regions of the world. The Wii was extremely popular at launch, being so family-friendly and kind of trying to cover the board on the demographic compared to what PlayStation, or at least what Sony and Microsoft was putting out. And that actually caused the system to be in quite short supply in some markets.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Joe's right there. Later in its life cycle, they did come out with 2 lower cost Wii models. There was a revised model with the same design as the original Wii, but it removed the GameCube compatibility features because the first Wii... Yeah, the first Wii that came out was fully backwards compatible with GameCube games.
Yeah.
And eventually they're like, that costs too much money. Let's take that out and sell it for a little less. So they
It was already cheap to begin with, which is wild.
Yeah, and then even more so, they came out
$250 at launch, I think.
I don't have. I think it was either like $250 or like $299, which I think the majority of I think like Sony and Microsoft were putting their stuff out for at least like $400.
PlayStation 3 was $600.
Okay, well there you go.
I think that's why I didn't get a PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of us didn't get PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I got a launch one. $249 at launch.
I waited on that.
$249 at launch.
Yep.
Yeah, that definitely makes it more wallet friendly. And then even after the relaunch of the Wii, they came out with the Wii Mini, which was a compact, budgeted redesign of the Wii, which removed the backwards compatibility.
Did that get released in America?
It may have, it may not. I did not look into that. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Like, I'm thinking, and I'm like, how do you make the Wii smaller? It was already just the size of a CD drive.
Yeah, well, it removed the SD card storage, and it was starting to get onto like, you can do something.
Did it have the controller
online.
ports? Did you see?
I don't know,
Okay.
to be honest. I just
Because the
got
original one had
info this.
GameCube controller ports on the top too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, this was Nintendo's best-selling console until the Switch came out.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, it did have a lifespan of from 2006 until 2013. With that, they did try to add the Wii U, which to try to like grasp some more. Oh wow, that thing is just weird looking. We're looking at the Wii Mini.
Yeah,
and
the
it's
Wii
not-
Mini is very odd.
I'm pretty sure Joe's phone is bigger than that.
It's probably accurate.
I glanced at your notes on the Wii U, Steve.
And there's none there.
Yeah, yeah.
It just says dot,
mini-
dot, dot, not great.
It is Wii U, not great.
The
Nice.
mini Wii is the size of a game case. That's how
Really?
big it is. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Joe's phone is bigger than Jesus Christ. It is. Yeah.
Wait, let me see that again.
It's wild.
Congratulations, Joe.
Oh,
You
wow.
have a Wii Mini in your pocket. You got a mini Wii in your pocket.
That's what she said.
Giggity.
And a mini Wii in his pants.
Yeah. Now, the Wii did have a little bit of backlash from some.
Wait for disc golf.
That's just a
This is
meme.
going to be the Roast Show episode.
It's going to span the entire month. Oh, congratulations on hitting 35. Fuck you. Your penis is tiny.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that is.
Talking about
I've been
yourself,
living it
Steve?
almost a full year now.
It's a shame your penis never caught up to your age.
You kept getting taller, but your dick just got smaller.
When you measure it in millimeters, it sounds way bigger.
Oh,
I know, right?
Absolutely.
That's why you measure in cm, cock meters.
Correct. No, it's correct measurement and incorrect measurement.
That's right.
The women measurement is on the right side. So you see the 8 and the 3 are the same. Has anyone else seen that
Yeah.
Instagram thing? Yeah.
Right.
It's fucking hilarious.
So the Wii did get a little bit of backlash when it was first launched because a lot of Nintendo diehards saw this as more pandering towards, hey, we're just going to make this so nice and pleasant for everybody, where
Yeah.
they didn't necessarily get the M-rated titles or anything right off the bat.
It didn't even get any good games, really. Like, really.
Yeah.
Let's be completely honest.
Right.
The Wii was full of people that were just interested in the tech.
Yeah.
And their install base was people that were only interested in the tech. There's a landfill full of Wiis right now. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have resale value anymore. I mean, like
Right.
even the Wii Mini on eBay right now is like $70 to $80.
Yeah,
like, that's cheap.
When I was doing my research over this past week, I did see on eBay, even like the original Wii console is online. At least like eBay is something that popped up for like $125.
Yeah,
That's higher than I was expecting, honestly.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised for that, but it might have come
With
come
how
with
many?
I think it did have like at
Is
least
that
like
brand new?
extra controller.
No, probably not.
But
They don't
I
make
think
them
it had
anymore.
a couple games with it. So
Yeah, so like then that starts to make
That's
sense.
wild. That's a great price, honestly. Like, so here's the way I'm looking at that, right? So, $125 on eBay for a used console, 16 years after launch. Okay, that it's 50% of its original price.
yeah,
Still on eBay.
yeah.
You could buy it new when it was still being manufactured for $130 before it was discontinued.
Yeah.
So it's at that price still.
No, that's Nintendo.
That's fucking wild.
That
And considering, they sold how many millions of these fucking things?
right. And I saw another one that was being sold with the Wii U for $50 because they're just trying to give that shit away. Because that was something that Nintendo tried to do was, oh, well, we're going to release the Wii U and hopefully we can bring back some of that market that was unhappy with just the launch titles and everything else. And then it still ended up being a total piece of shit.
And they were like, yes, let's make our hardcore gamers happy by giving them another gimmicky product.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I will say my experience, I used it once. Like I played with the Wii U once, and that's only because
I've never even seen it.
Wenzel is a total Nintendo fanboy and got one, and the only thing we played the Wii U with was golf, and it just gave you a closer perspective on your putting. And that's it.
Yeah.
Did Ralph have one of these?
Probably.
I thought I might.
Hamill had one.
I don't know. I played on some Nintendo system at Ralph's old apartment.
I have no idea.
I mean, it's a possibility.
I forget.
That's the only time I played one.
It could have
The
been a
Wii U
Switch, though.
Was,
It might have
was
been.
at Hamill's place,
Gotcha.
and I played Twilight Princess,
Okay.
which I guess I'm going to put on my list somewhere. But
You're like, I forgot I played that.
It's like, oh, and I forgot about that. Let's just tag that on. I got a couple open spaces.
that bad game.
Now, that being said, I had a lot of fun with the Wii.
Totally.
I didn't really use a lot of before we start getting into it, experiences, at least to cover
wait.
some of like the peripherals.
Real quick, before we get into the peripherals, there is one thing that I want to talk about how like crazy everybody was about getting these. Before we start moving into the more analytical stuff,
Go ahead.
Does anyone remember the competition where that lady died?
Oh, hold your Wii for a Wii?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was this radio show in California that was doing a hold your Wii for a Wii.
Yeah.
And she held it for what? It was 8 hours after drinking 2 gallons of water or something like that.
It was like I think it was like 10 or 14
like,
hours.
5 minutes, I'm done.
She held it for that long, and
I don't fuck around with piss.
And she died of water poisoning.
Yeah.
Like all the water like poisoned her body. pretty much.
PSA people, go take a piss.
Yeah, just go pee right now.
Yeah, if you're
If you're
only
listening
made
to
of
this, go pee.
you're made of so much water,
I'm thinking about it now.
you can't hold the rest.
Not you,
of it.
Harry.
I ca-
God damn it, Harry.
Not again.
You guys
God.
brought it up.
We mentioned water, and
Yeah, I
he's
know.
just like, oh.
so you mentioned it, my bladder starts trembling.
Hey Harry, water. I completely forgot about that contest, but it was like everywhere.
I wonder what the lawsuits behind that were.
I'm sure there was a settlement for it.
There was a settlement, but that radio show went off the air forever.
Oh yeah.
They were
Sounds about right.
They probably have a podcast. That's usually what happens now.
Yeah, kind
You
of.
make us sound like washed up radio producers.
No, but seriously, that's what radio producers do. Is they make podcasts once they get finally kicked off the air.
Yeah,
this
because
is a,
radio is a dying media.
and this is a freer format.
Yeah, we're free. Titty rub.
Whoa.
See?
Now I gotta pee.
See, look.
It's gonna be hard with that hard on.
So the Wii did have some peripherals. A lot of them were Wii sports related. You had your little baseball bat.
Tennis racket.
Tennis racket. There was a steering wheel, which wasn't a Wii Sports thing, but...
It was Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They had a couple different types of steering wheels as well.
Yeah.
They had the full circle one, and then they had like the racing ones where like the top third of the wheel is missing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you did start getting into Wii Fit, where they had like the full like board, that you stood on, so you could hop on and get your daily weight rating, and you start doing like your little exercises, which at the same time, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like, okay, hey, by the way, get up off your fucking fat ass instead of just playing video games and play a video game, but move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk Ride came out.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they fucking had that too.
Yep.
With the skateboard, right?
The skateboard, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that. I was just like keeping the peripherals like in my mind, but
I have another peripheral, but I'm going to hold on to it until later.
Okay.
Well, there's only two that we haven't mentioned that I know of. There's the Motion Sensor Plus, the one that sticks onto the bottom of the Wiimote.
Oh, yeah.
They just turned that into a regular controller at some point.
Yeah, eventually that became part of the regular controllers, but they needed it for Wii Sports Resort. And then they also had the new version of the Zapper where you click the Wiimote into like a gun peripheral.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember when we played... Never mind, I'm going to put it on my list.
There you go. Pop it on right there.
I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Well, wait till he
I'm
brings it up and
confused.
see if you remember it.
I mean, I have a shooting gun game on my list.
But I mean, it's leave it to Nintendo to throw a bunch of peripherals with a console, because I mean
That's super gimmicky.
yeah, I mean it's another selling point and people buy it. But
Yeah.
to be fair, I mean this console had a 7-year run in production.
Well, let's be clear.
which is
the Wii,
actually
between the Wii and Wii U.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
Well, I
not
mean-
the same console.
No, they're not. But I mean, like, the Wii U did not last long. The Wii U was launched in 2012, and then they discontinued everything in like 2013.
Yeah,
But when did they discontinue the regular Wii?
2013.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
both
Yeah, never
died
mind
at the
then.
same time.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They what's
I mean, like, honestly, like, when was the last time we talked about a game console where the predecessor and the current generation died at the same time?
Sega.
yeah.
Well, okay. All the Saturn bullshit and all that. And
Yeah,
Mega Drive
Saturn
and
and
all that
Genesis
shit.
was over at the same time.
Yeah, well, it's like Saturn was like the entire console lasted less than
6
a year.
months or whatever.
Yeah, at least the Wii got like 7 years out of it. The Wii U, which was not very well received, a year-ish.
The most important thing that the Wii did was provide the proof of concept for the Switch. That's all it did.
Yeah.
That, and it really kicked up motion-controlled controllers. Because at the time, you had the PlayStation Eye. I think the Kinect, the Microsoft or the Xbox Kinect was out around that same time. And both were like kind of...
We didn't talk about that at
Here.
all in the 360 one.
Well, we're here now. So
It's terrible.
They barely lasted. Where Nintendo was like, "All right, you know what? We're gonna take that entire idea and just make it our controller," which I feel like added a whole different depth to games, even if they were like easy or like a little mundane, or it's not like it was super interesting. It added another level to it. And that's where we start getting into some of the games and whatnot, which I think, at least like down on my list, I have a few different ones where it's different scenarios that you can use the motion controls for and really kind of, I don't know, give like a different aspect to games that weren't really being utilized by the other two companies because that wasn't their primary source of controls.
But you know what's actually really funny? The Switch, which is the superior motion controls than the Wii and the Wii U, actually uses technology that PlayStation used for their IR stuff. And the Wii or the Wii had to have the IR bar.
Yeah.
And then Sony figured out a way using infrared and the light on your controller to track motion.
Okay.
So then Nintendo ended up using that for the Switch, the Joy-Cons, because the Switch has full motion like that. Like you can play games and stuff like that on.
We
the
were playing
Switch.
on the plane.
Yeah,
That was a lot of fun.
And we were
yeah.
like jumping by just actually like flicking and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, like so
Jerk off motion.
The Switch really brought together like all of the consensus ideas, and I think that the Wii and the Wii U, if they had never existed, the Switch wouldn't exist in the way that it is. And I think the Switch is the superior of the three consoles, but it's very obvious developments, because basically a Switch is a Wii and a Wii U conceptually combined.
Yeah, it's like a little Franken
That you can
system,
actually
but done
easily
right.
attach to your TV.
Yeah.
Like, that's the important thing, because the Wii U was a pain in the ass.
Just the Wii in itself, trying to put the sensor bar. Now that you actually said that reminds me, because you had to put like, above TV or below TV. You had to make those settings for the Wii. And even with that, it didn't always stay like that. You would have to like recalibrate every so many times just to make sure.
Basically, every time you had to turn on the console, I got into
yeah.
the rhythm of just like, okay, I moved this thing an inch, so I need to recalibrate.
Yeah.
I got the one of the battery operated ones that had like a larger range and shit like that, because the regular sensor bar was too narrow.
Oh, wait, a battery operated sensor?
Yeah, they had third party sensor bars you could use. You didn't have to use the first party one.
Oh, okay.
Because remember how big my living room was in Mingo?
Yeah.
Yep.
It wouldn't work. The sensor bar wouldn't get all the way across the room.
Like all the way like back to like towards where like your fish tank was compared to your okay.
So like I had to get this third party one, which was way wider, and it had like huge range on it, so you could be really far away from it, and it tracked so much better, and I didn't have any problems from then on.
Well, I guess that really brings it back for where at least it's nice that the Nintendo consoles are supportive of a third-party application. I mean, Pelicans, like with the Game Boys and
let's not call it an application. Let's call it a peripheral then.
Peripheral. Okay, I'm just saying.
I thought you were like tongue-in-cheek saying this at first, because they are definitely not okay with third-party applications.
No, they are not.
Sorry. All right. I was just trying to be broad with it. But yeah, third-party peripherals where you can still have them function alongside like the main console without having to really mess. But did you have to mess with anything to have the super light bar? For lack of a better term,
No.
just plugged it in, ready to go.
So the cord that went from this is getting real technical, but the cord that went from the bar to the console didn't transmit any data. It only powered the bar.
Oh.
And the only thing the sensor bar did was have infrared lights on it. Mm-hmm. And the position tracking was transmitted from the remote to the console, not the bar to the console.
Huh.
So there was no pairing that was ever needed to be done.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of covers a lot of like the history, background, technical things of the Wii. So let's get into first experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll start off. The only really experience, I've never owned one myself, but I've had the pleasure of having it in my household twice, or at least where I lived. When Kyle and I had an apartment together, sweet boy Kyle had the Wii, and that was hooked up in the living room. So I feel like I actually played that more than he did, to be completely honest. Wenzel would come over, and he had a Wii, and would bring games over, and then we played together and just get fucking 3 sheets to the wind and just play stupid shit or whatnot. And then when I lived with my dad and stepmom for a few months, they also had a Wii. I do feel like I had a little bit of like a limited exposure on some titles, because if it was my own system, I would probably spend money on games. Yeah, but it wasn't, so I'll play what's available, and those few games that were available, or at least like what Wenzel brought over, that was good enough. I still wouldn't mind having a Wii in my household right now because it's just, I think it's a good party system.
It's a fantastic party system.
Yeah, you have people over. It's just like, hey, you want to play some Wii? It's like, yeah, you want a bowl? Yeah, why not? So at least that's kind of my background with it.
Nice.
Darkbane?
I had one. I got it when they were like hovering around like 150-ish. It was fun. It was definitely gimmicky. I played a bunch of it when you lived with Kyle, you know. It was like a fun party system, but I never sat down and really just like hardcore was like, this is my jam. Like, this is like I owned one, but I was very like disinterested in what was going on with it because of all of the atrocious shovelware that was happening with the Wii.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
No, I think I sold it.
Gotcha. It's a shame I would have bought it off you.
Yeah.
He's good at that, trust me.
I mean, I have a Switch, so like, I'm basically waiting for them to put out Wii and Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, which is I think they've been talking about
Releasing those on the Switch?
on the Switch. Yeah,
That'd be so dope.
it'd be awesome. It would be fucking
so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's not a spoiler alert on the episode, but I feel like that's like a Nintendo staple now. That I don't know why they didn't port that immediately to the Switch.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
hope they
that's
do.
An easy grab just to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's right there.
Harry, what's your experience?
Nintendo, come on.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever played this system sober.
Nice.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
all right.
my brother had one, and I played, and I thought it was Steve's, but I guess it was Kyle's. But I used to drive up to your apartment all the time, and we used to make a night out of it.
Yeah. Oh, when we lived in Douglasville?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's yeah.
Definitely not sober.
Nope,
No.
definitely not
No,
sober.
not a lot of
And
that
then
was
we take
up
a
at
break
that
to
party.
wrestle because we did that a lot. Remember that, Steve?
We were all watching wrestling at the time.
We were between that, and that's when the
Oh,
UFC
yeah, that
started
is right.
up
Yeah.
too. So it's just
Yep.
like anything. It's just like get real drunk, and it's like, hey, you want to wrestle?
Yeah, it's really just a bunch of dudes rolling around on the carpet together.
shirtless.
Yeah, basically it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Joe, you missed a lot when you were in Korea.
Oh yeah, it was.
I did a lot of rolling around with dudes. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Dudes.
Korea, not Thailand. Different.
They told me they were dudes.
Good enough. Joe was
Puts on the
single.
blindfold and just takes the word for it.
Yeah, puts on the blindfold, hands him his $20. Tell me you're a man.
Joe was single at the time. That's totally cool. Whatever works, man. What about your experience, Joe?
Oh, man. So I don't think I kept a console for a while. I scalped the fuck out of these things when it launched because nobody was buying them on base. I was stationed in Korea when it launched.
Yeah.
And nobody was buying them, and I saw what they were going for on eBay. So I literally bought, like, every time they came in, I bought all of them.
Oh, okay.
Just scalping them.
They had no limit on purchasing, so I
That's
bought
amazing.
I bought like 10 or 12 a week.
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
damn.
10 or 12 systems?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, I didn't know. I need to hear more about this part of your life.
well, let's be fair. Joe wasn't really paying for anything, and he was collecting a paycheck, and he's like, oh, shit, on the state side, these are selling for bonkers. You
Yeah.
can barely get them. So Nintendo is going to supply his base with so many that he's like, fuck it. I'll buy
Yeah.
them if the rest
That
of them
makes more
aren't.
sense then. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody was buying them. Like, so I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to like buy all of them.
Nice.
And,
What is it?
So it was $250 at launch. I was selling them for $500 a piece. 600 modded.
yeah. Yeah.
Because they were.
Wait. What would you pay for him on the base? $250?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just
okay.
He would
Okay.
pay
Well, I didn't know
retail
if the-
price.
okay. Yeah.
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 Yeah, they had regular retail prices on base,
Okay.
like U.S. prices.
They weren't
and
going
stuff.
to
You
upcharge
didn't
them.
pay
No
tax,
military
right?
discount.
There was tax.
Was there tax?
Yeah.
Did they tax you just a generic tax, or how does that work?
Well, I mean, it's like a.
Because like you
I
have
don't
like
remember,
state
honestly.
It's not like
tax.
state tax. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, is
yeah.
it-
There's a big difference between like PA and California in state tax.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was counted as.
You'd think Japan would like sell them at a discount on the base, so it doesn't happen again.
Yikes! Jesus Christ!
Yeah, right. So, anyways, I probably
Hold on, I need a second.
Hey Harry, I loved it.
So anyways, I sold like a bunch before I actually like kept one. Of course, they had a hardware mod. Like basically at launch, you just soldered a chip on, and then you could burn games, and it was,
Yeah.
you were off to the races.
I mean that's a
So my first one that I kept, I was hardware modded. I didn't have a place to actually burn CDs at the time. I didn't have like a CD burner computer or anything like that. I just had
Yeah.
my laptop. But there was a place off base that you could buy Wii games for $5 that were burned. So I just bought all my games there until I got a computer that I could burn my own games with.
there you go.
And then,
After you flip 2 Wii's, you're like, all right, I got this extra money now.
Dude, that's all it takes.
oh, dude, I made so much money. It was ridiculous.
Is this on the same side of town as the sit and spin, or is this on the other side of town?
Totally different.
Do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about?
That's an off-air story. I'm just gonna
It's a
say,
thing that existed. I did not participate.
Shame.
you're just like, oh yeah,
It went in Korea, right?
yeah. So okay, yeah, Mark went there. I don't know anything about
Never
it,
came back.
but you can
Totally
pay-
changed. So when I left Korea, I don't even remember why, but one of the guys that I roomed with, we went halvesies on a video camera for something.
Okay.
So instead, I took the camera and I gave him the modded Wii that I had.
Oh.
And then I just bought a new Wii when I got back home.
And then modded that.
And then I modded that one as well.
Because I remember once you came back stateside, you were like, oh yeah, Wii's, I got that covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't. By the time I got my second one, I didn't need to hard mod it anymore. There was a way to just mod it using an SD card. Pretty simple process. I think I only bought one game for it though.
Yeah.
Legit.
What's up, Harry?
No, I just love how blatantly fuck the man he is. it's hilarious.
Are you kidding me? Joe's been our fucking
Yeah,
connect
no,
for
I
everything.
get it. I know. I'm just saying. It's just
Joe, I say Joe's the reason why I'm the reason why, but Joe is an accessory to the why I am not allowed on Xbox Live anymore.
But yeah, I mean, I've played a fuck ton of games on the Wii. No thanks to Nintendo. But
Blaine,
yeah,
fuck you.
my experience.
I think that pretty much covers the experiences for everybody. So let's move into top 5 games.
Top 5 game.
all right on the top 5.
Tops 5s.
The tops 5s.
Yo, full disclosure. I have a 5 list. I don't remember playing a lot of these.
You're like,
Okay.
that name sounds real familiar, but I can't tell you much about it.
Yeah, I really couldn't. You'll see. You'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because it's kind of tough to rank these because it's been so long since I've actually played them. But I'm at least I'll start this off with House of the Dead.
Okay.
And they did 2 and 3 as kind of like a combo pack.
Oh, they did a combo pack?
Yeah. Oh. Which was really fun because it's basically a light gun, but it's the Wiimote. But at least having that, I think that was one of the few games that they ported over for the Wii. Really kind of reached out to our generation of okay, it's rated M.
Here's an arcade classic.
yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it was. Really kind of, it delivered. It was good enough. So yeah, I mean, I don't think, you may have been able to use the peripheral light gun for this, or at least just to help aim it up or whatnot. I just remember taking the...
It was a plastic contraption with a Wiimote that you put in the end of the barrel, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the only way...
And they had a pistol and a rifle option.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Mr. Joe, number 5.
My number 5 is Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones. This is the first Prince of Persia game that I really got into. It was, obviously not like your Prince of Persia on your original Nintendo side-scroller platformer. It was much more of, honestly, it was very close to a combination of like Tomb Raider meets Assassin's Creed.
Okay. How so?
So like the free running type thing from Assassin's Creed, but it was still more of a linear progression and things of that nature, like your Tomb Raider.
Gotcha.
But still, like a lot of those gameplay elements as well, like with your battle tactics and things like that. It was pretty fun. And you still had like your time mechanic where you could rewind time.
Yeah.
Like if you
really?
missed a jump.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Yeah. But you were limited to how far back you could go. Like it was like 5 or 6 seconds or something like that.
Gotcha.
It was a lot of fun.
Good shit.
That was a good game. I didn't play it on Wii, but it was a good game. I do remember.
All right. Clarkman, number 5.
My number 5 is going to be Red Steel. So basically, you're a samurai / cowboy in like a Western setting.
Yeah, I remember this.
I forgot about this game.
It was a lot of fun because you had the I forget what they called it, but it's the attachment that goes off.
The nunchuck.
Yeah, the nunchuck.
Yeah.
So basically, you control your gun with the nunchuck, and then with the actual like dongle, you have a sword. So you're shooting and slashing with the sword. It was really awesome. It was just it was really linear, kind of on rails type thing, but it was a lot of fun. That's actually how I got my Wii Motion Plus.
Okay.
It came bundled with that. Yeah, and
Nice.
I was like, ooh, I like. Definitely want to check this out. And
I forgot about the game.
It was a good time.
Very cool.
Nice. Harry.
So, like I mentioned earlier, I don't remember much of this game,
That's fine.
but I remember enjoying it. That is Cooking Mama.
Cooking Mama.
Amanda plays the fuck out of that game. Well, she didn't play it on Wii. She played it on DS.
Okay.
I called it out in the last. Well, I think it was 2 episodes ago. We did the DS.
Yeah, that may pop up on one of my list.
And it just kind of fell into like those cool party games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Good shit. Number 4. I'll just keep going here.
Do it up.
Cooking Mama.
Nice.
My number 4. I remember.
I'm assuming you played together.
Probably. I played like 90% of these at Steve's house.
There's a good portion, which
And Kyle was like, I'm into mamas. Let's do it.
well, no, that was also when like Harry was coming up like on his breaks from college and hanging out with me and Wenzel. So we probably just forced him to play Cooking Mama. But it was just, yeah. I mean, it's one of those like random task games.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, do this. Okay. And you could like hold the Wiimote flat, and that's your
Yeah, you're flipping
your
the skillet
frying
and all
pan.
that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then it's like, oh, well, chop this cucumber. So you turn your Wiimote to the side and chop.
Chopping broccoli.
Cooking Mama
Yeah.
was very supportive of my cooking skills.
Don't overcook that beef Wellington.
Cooking
No.
games are fun in general.
They are.
Yeah.
There's no mess.
Yeah. And never serious.
Yeah.
No.
But
You
We're going
think-
to go back and get one of those DLCs for that other one we were playing.
Overcooked.
Overcooked, yeah.
Oh, God, that was a lot of fun.
That was so much
When we
fun.
had the 4-player going,
Yeah.
that
Just super chaotic.
yeah.
So good.
That one round of that, I know we're not talking about Overcooked tonight, but that one level where you're just like, oh, you're starting out making salads on a hot air balloon, and then you crash into a restaurant during a storm. That level just blew my fucking mind.
What the fuck?
Yeah. The game is amazing.
Overcooked's really cool.
Okay, I'm missing out apparently.
Yeah,
We should just do an episode on it and make Steve play it, and we'll just get back into it for like 10 or 15 hours.
Cool.
Overcooked
Sounds
2.
great.
Let's do Overcooked 2.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it'll have to be 2 because the first one isn't multiplayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way,
Oh,
cool.
I think they released an expansion of the Overcooked one, like levels to be multiplayer.
Yeah.
No, they re-released both games as a complete package, and that's how they did it. So you have to buy 1 and 2 to get the
whatever.
multiplayer for 1. Yeah,
Okay,
it's kind of bullshit.
At the same time, I don't care. I will pay for it.
It's
and
co-op cooking, Steve.
I cannot get
Yeah.
any more erect right now.
Can't wait till Moving Out 2 comes out. Anyways, let's go in a different order. Clark, number 4.
My number 4 is going to be Wii Sports.
Nice.
Cool, right?
The classic bowling, tennis, ping pong, I think as well. Boxing.
Yeah, I think it was tennis, boxing, bowling, baseball, and
Golf.
Golf.
Yeah.
That was my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a classic. It was a must-own for the console.
It was a pack-in for a long time.
Yeah,
It was.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And like most people listening to this have probably played it. It's just one of those classic.
It was right
classic
there.
games. Yep.
I mean,
that's really where the me became prominent,
yeah.
Yes.
right? And
Yep.
now it's a fucking Smash Brothers character.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
that was
there's a
something
reason.
I forgot to bring up with like the development in history, where you can make your own me,
Yeah.
and then you can put it on
A lot of games.
the MUBRS, basically.
Yeah.
And you could download other ones. I remember downloading Jesus, Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
There was a Hitler in there, of course. And then it
Yeah,
was
of course, someone made Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like the weirdest fucking me characters. And it's like, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
And then there's auxiliary.
In
all
every
over
game,
the
you had the
place.
most generic stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I'll go next.
All right.
I wonder if you remember playing this game, Harry.
Yeah.
Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles.
Oh, that's funny. That's my number 4 as well.
I remember we fucking played that game in like one straight shot.
Yeah. I thought I did that with Casey, but maybe I did it with you.
Yeah.
You may have done it with both.
Maybe.
Well, go ahead.
So, I had the peripherals for this game. I had both the like as you mentioned for House of the Dead. Sorry,
Yeah.
had a brain moment.
Oh, it's all good. You're old.
Had both the pistol and the rifle combo for it. And it's a very similar game, but
Yeah.
in the Resident Evil universe.
Okay.
It's an on-rail shooter.
It plays through like the
All right.
first 3 Resident Evil games.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, because it still has to be like rated M.
I have one of my honorable mentions, but it's not Umbrella Chronicles.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Quick playthrough. I think it maybe only took like maybe an hour and a half to get through
Yeah, it was real short play.
the game.
Okay.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like House of the Dead style. Like
Right,
you can get
right.
through the whole
Very
thing.
repeatable. Because it still had like if you did
I think
certain
I only played through
actions,
once.
if you did certain actions in certain parts of the level, you could take like an alternate path
Okay.
through like the level and things like that.
Oh, that's cool. But at least, like, I don't know if either of you actually remember that far back. Like, did they, like, kind of, like, hit some, like, details in the storyline
I
of
don't
the
remember
game?
the story. at all.
It's a lot of it. Like I think you start the game like going through the mansion, and then like later in the game you're going through like the facility in Resident Evil 2. Like at the end of the
Okay.
game, like you're hitting these
moments.
areas
Gotcha.
of the first couple of games in the Resident Evil series.
Does Nemesis chase you at one point in that?
I don't know. I
It wouldn't
forget.
matter because you're on rails anyway.
No, I know, but I mean, I think he like follows you through. I played
That
that.
probably
as well.
sounds something.
Yeah, they had a sequel to Umbrella Chronicles, and I don't remember the name, but it was just
It's-
something else
It's-
Chronicles.
It's on my. It's
Okay.
on my honorable mentions.
But at least something where it's just like, oh, I remember this spot, and I
Yeah.
remember, like, this part that they take you through.
Because I think you
for
even
at
go
least-
through like the police station and
Okay.
shit like
Yeah.
shit
Oh,
like
that's
that.
cool. Oh,
it's
that's
pretty
fun.
sweet. It's definitely
Nice.
like if you're in a Resident Evil, like it's definitely worth like checking out if you like have a way to play it.
Good shit.
Yeah, Harry, you said you said your number 4 was
that was
Umbrella
my number
Chronicles.
4. Yeah, bang
Fucking
on
sweet.
hot.
All right. So we're moving into number 3. Clarkmane.
My number 3 is going to be Mario Galaxy.
Ooh,
No
okay.
fucking way.
Yeah,
My number 3 as well.
yeah.
Oh,
Mario
double
Galaxy
3.
was honestly after Mario Sunshine and stuff like that. There was a lot of just like people really down on like Mario. They're like, oh, they're like done. They're not going to do anything different. And Mario Galaxy like was amazing.
Game changer.
I hold it as one of the best Mario games of all time.
Agreed.
In my
Across
mind.
all platforms.
Across all platforms.
It's
All
amazing.
right.
I truly think it is one of the best Mario games. There's maybe only one more that I like better than it, but it's such a cool thing, and like you end up on a spaceship and you're traveling through the universe. You're Mario going through the universe.
Yeah, and each level is like a small planet.
Yep, and
It's
you're
completely spherical.
The galaxy.
Yeah, so you're running around, like, instead of being like a 3D flat plane, you're literally running across the surface of a planet.
Yeah. So you remember in
that's
the
so neat.
old Sonic games where there was like the mini game where you would run around the sphere?
Yeah.
It's like almost like that.
It's that, but full Mario treatment with all of the quirks
shit.
and all of the
Yep.
different
Okay.
like charm to it. It's really awesome. And then you're just like flying through space. Like, it's really cool. It puts the idea of like, getting stars into a really interesting perspective. So
Yeah. And the mechanics were cool too, because like it was like you were saying about the other game with the samurai western type game.
Yes.
In this game, it was like
Red Steel?
Yeah. When you were playing, it was nunchuck and Wiimote, and you had to use the Wiimote to collect things around the screen. Like you would point the Wiimote at it, and it would collect, and then you'd have to run around with your nunchuck and things of that nature.
And there was also a 2-player mode where one person was controlling Mario and jumping, and the other person was collecting the stars. And you had to combine. You could do a double jump with your controller, and the other person, if they flicked it real quick, he would do the triple jump. And it was like this triple jump and like spin and then hover and then fall. I actually played it with an ex-girlfriend. Like we had every single star in the entire game. I don't think I've ever completely played through a Mario game like that. Maybe one other, but like all stars, all purple coins, collected everything in that game. Like, thoroughly beat that game.
It was a really enjoyable game.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. And then Harry.
My number 3 is Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock.
Ooh.
I think this is actually where I played the most Guitar Hero. Was on my brother's Wii.
Yeah.
I had that.
So, yeah, no, I don't know. Guitar Hero.
No, it's guitar. There's
We've
not
had
much
those
you can say
discussions
about it.
before.
It's like, where'd you play it?
It's not a console I did not buy that fucking guitar on.
You're goddamn right. God, I miss that so much. Rock Band just does not do it. Smash Brothers Brawl is mine.
Okay.
This was a continuation of Smash Brothers, and I think this is probably the most time spent playing a Smash game. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the game that I saw Kyle take a hammer to a controller.
Yep. Yeah.
It was
Brawl.
Super Smash, yeah.
Yeah, it was Brawl.
Yeah, if anything, it would be a
Did
Super
he lose
Smash
like a
game.
stock 99 challenge or
Who
something?
knows what happened? All I know is I walked home from work and came up the stairs, and there's Kyle with a controller. And yeah, because you know what? He used the GameCube controller on the Wii, so he had one of the original ones because Kyle would. And he's just there on the floor smashing a goddamn controller, and yeah.
That boy ain't right.
No, he's sweet boy, but he's an angry boy. Well, I'll at least start number 2, Wii Sports, like Clark mentioned. So many hours put into this game, which is like 5 games in one. Once I found out like bowling was like my fucking jam, and you could throw the ball to roll down the side of the lane for like the 100-pin strike or something. And as soon as you like got it down the side without hitting a pin, they all fell down, which was like the biggest accomplishment I've ever had in my life.
Rolling it down the side of the alley without hitting him in. How do you do that?
It's like
a gutter ball in most games.
No. Well, you have to like pop it up, and then it jumps up, and there's like an actual like partition. Like here's your gutter.
It's
for
great
the listener.
visual.
Great
I know.
audio.
Okay, cool. So here's your gutter, and then right next to the gutter. No, I'm still going to explain it. I don't give a fuck. He asked. And then
Kick it in the ass.
Kick of the ass.
when you throw it up on the right angle, like it rolls down the entire partition along the
Oh,
side.
between the lanes?
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes more sense.
And then it drops off, and then it's like, oh, what happened? And then all the pins fall. Doesn't matter if it's 10 pins.
So you do something that you would normally get kicked out of an alley for.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
That
and
makes a lot
then
more sense.
you are rewarded for that by a strike with 100 pins, and you're like, done.
Bowling alleys hate
Got
this
it.
one trick.
Jesus.
To be fair, when you're playing, like, especially the bowling, like, if you take, like, the controller, hold it all the way to the side and do, like, a little weird fucking flick.
That got me real good, Joe. Oh, man.
Harry is grandma Facebook.
Did you ever get a 300 game?
Yeah. A couple.
Nice.
Because
Steve actually pulled.
yeah, I did.
Steve was that guy.
So
On
anyway,
to number twos.
Number 2s.
Wii Sports. Boom. I liked golf. Boom. Next.
I'll allow it.
All right, Joe.
Twilight Princess, Clark.
oh really?
Yeah, I played the fuck out of this game. I actually really enjoyed it. Launch game, pretty much, and which is why I played the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because I don't think Mario Galaxy launched with it. I think it was.
It didn't.
it
It was. It
no.
was like about a year or two later.
Yeah. So I played a lot of Twilight Princess.
Prince Fresh.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Didn't have a GameCube at the time because it launched with the console on Wii, and then like a month later it came out on GameCube.
So I will say this: I played about 3 or 4 hours of it before I was like, "This is not the game for me." When I played it on the Wii U, and
Did you play it with the gimmicky controls where like you actually have to use the Wiimote for the sword and stuff like that?
No, because I played it on the Wii U.
Oh, you played it on Wii U. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I missed that part.
I played it on Wii U, and I think it's one of the slowest opening Zeldas. I'm sure there's a lot better stuff in that game, but like after 3 or 4 hours, I was just like, I can't keep doing this like as a tutorial. I just it was so slow to open.
It's a slow burn, yeah.
And I just, I didn't own it. I didn't have the console, and I was just like, I have no interest in playing this. So that's why I'm, made my comments
I
about
think
it.
probably playing it at the time you've played it too, like it's not the same feel to like a lot of the games that we're talking about for the Wii are like very innovative for the time.
Sure. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
This is kind of one of those games too. Like it was a beautiful game when it launched.
Yes, but on the Wii U, when it was the launch title for the Wii U also,
Yeah.
that's when I played it. And I
Gotcha.
didn't,
You don't get that same feeling.
yeah, it's definitely not
Yeah.
the same game at that point.
Yeah.
Well, what is your number two?
My number 2 is actually Wii Sports Resort.
Okay.
I actually preferred Resort to the regular.
Were these different sports?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Including disc golf. Disc golf was in Wii Sports Resort.
Really?
Yes.
Did they have badminton as well?
Yeah, there was badminton. You could hang glide. There was judo, and there was also like the like American Gladiator. Like you're on a balance beam.
pedestal
Yeah.
with like the giant Q-tips.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
The joust. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it was another brand of that kind of fun, and I just had more enjoyment out of it.
So easy to just pick up and play.
it is.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that you can just pick up and play.
That was the nice thing about like the
Didn't
Wii
matter who you
Sports.
are. You could be 80 and fucking pick it up,
it's
and
just
you're like, oh, yeah, I got it.
I don't know what I'm doing. That's okay, Grandma. Just jiggle it back and forth. Number one. Anybody want to?
Sure.
Okay.
Mario Kart Wii.
Wee.
enough.
I mean, it's a Mario Kart game. It's fantastic. This was like the first one where they really upped the number of like levels because they had like the all new circuits, right? So there's 4 new circuits with 4 races each, and then they did 4 throwback circuits where they like did SNES and 64 levels and DS levels and shit
Okay.
like that, and they had 4 circuits of that too, like that you could do. So 8 circuits in the game. And this is when they started doing like the alternate carts, the bikes, the hang gliders,
Okay.
like all of that shit. Just so much fun. I mean, like I said, it's a Mario Kart game, another game that you can pretty much pick up and play. And if you've played anything like it before, you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah. All right. Harry.
WarioWare. think it was Smooth Moves.
Smooth Moves was cool.
Fuck yeah, that was
Moves was
such
awesome.
a fun game.
That was the game that we drank and smoked and fucking just had a blast with.
Those
all
mini
the
games,
time.
shit.
the mini games is so fun because it gives you like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's like swat the fly, and you're like, oh god!
I loved that.
Do you
game.
like anxiety? We have all the anxiety.
I'm sure WarioWare destroyed a few TVs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
no, definitely. I don't know. That game was just so fun, and there was just so many mini games
Oh,
in it.
yeah.
I
It's
loved it.
Panic Swing!
yeah.
I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I have great memories of the
I
just getting together about that.
That's so great. That would have been my top 5. You know what? I'm just gonna put it in honorable mentions. You know what? I'm just gonna say honorable mention WarioWare. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think it was tight. Number one.
Number one tight.
All right.
Overall, I will say though, I don't know if I have a ton of memories from this system. Even with a whole top 5 list, it ranks really low on systems for
Hey,
me.
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean, you
what?
were inebriated for all of it, so the
Yeah.
memories
You
are gone.
still remembered and you say you had fun. That's good enough. Let's go with that.
So my number one is the other Mario game that I alluded to, which is Mario Galaxy 2.
I was
Okay.
gonna. I didn't want to. You said you were gonna had another one on your list, and I was like, okay, well, it's obviously Galaxy 2, and I didn't want to like ask if you played that one because I
Yeah.
didn't play Galaxy 2. Always wanted to.
Galaxy 2 is everything that Galaxy 1 was, just more. And instead of flying around on, I believe in the first one, you're flying around on a giant mushroom and like going through different places. In Mario Galaxy 2, you board a planet and you're going to different galaxies. Instead of going to different planets, now you're going to galaxies of planets. So you're just like, and you're on a little mini planet that is the shape of Mario's head. And so you're just a giant Mario head flying through space. And
It's a great ship.
it's a great ship, but also another really fucking awesome thing about that is you could run around the ship as you're traveling. It would give you like a minute like countdown, like, oh, it's going to take us a minute to get there, and you could collect things for the planets off of your ship. So you could find like a mushroom. You could find like if you were going to a harder difficulty, they would hide 1-ups and stuff like that. It was such a cool fucking game. Like it just, again, and it's everything that Galaxy was, just more. I highly suggest it. I don't know if they bundled it in the new All-Stars.
I don't think they did.
Like the new versions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they really re-released a Mario All Stars for Switch, but it's not like the same games that Mario All Stars. You know,
The original.
I need to double check, because if there is a way to play Galaxy, I might throw that out as a future podcast game. But anyway, like there's Mario Galaxy, man, is just I think as a series as a whole is the best of the best for the Mario games.
have you played Odyssey at all?
I have Odyssey.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I enjoy it thoroughly. It is a really good Mario game. I haven't played it fully, so I can't like rank it, but I would say it's up there with Galaxy.
Yeah,
just from
it
what
looks
I've
really
played.
good.
It's fun. It's really fun, and it also has 2-player in a really fun way.
Cool.
Well, that's neat.
Keep wanting to check that out. I just haven't gotten to it.
Come over anytime.
Number
My
one.
number one is Trauma Center New Blood.
I remember that. I was kind of putting this in the same category as like Cooking Mama, where you're
yeah,
like
it's
high intensity. Just
it is where instead of like cooking
You're like,
dishes,
Scalpel!
yes, you are like performing surgery, and then every once in a while, when like it's like, all right, cut open the patient, use this certain tool where you have to go back and forth from like your tray, then all of a sudden you run into a problem where it's like, oh, cancer cell. It's like, what the fuck? And you have to do like these weird little mini games where you have to like match certain things up to be able to cure this disease or something else. But it was like they had games within games within games, which was cutting people open and just performing like minor surgery. But as soon as you started like going up through the ranks, the difficulties started getting harder. It became more of a puzzle game than anything else. But for the fact that you had to hold like your one hand with the Wiimote was a clamp, and the other one you had to like perfectly slice down to like open the incision. And if you went off on a one side, it's like it failed you. It's like, oh, patient's bleeding out. You failed. It's like, what? They bled and died?
Nice.
It was just made it so awkward, but that was a game I spent a lot of time with. So yeah, that was a whole lot of fun.
I will suggest to you there is a better version of that game. It's called Surgeon Simulator, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. You can play it on. You can get it on PC, where you're using the keyboard to control the fingers on the hand. So you're like, okay, I need to grab this drill, and oh god, it's on. And you're like, if you fidget with the mouse, your hand just starts going crazy, and you'll just start drilling into people. It's so much fun. Surgeon Simulator, fucking amazing.
Can you get it for VR?
Yes, you can. I don't know if you can get it for PSVR, but
no.
There's
Just
VR for PC. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have VR for PC?
Not yet.
I've been thinking about getting a VR headset. I don't know if I want an Oculus or
fucking
I'm not
love
getting Oculus. Fuck that. It's not
VR.
even PC.
or what is it? The Oculus 2 is the PC.
It's not
one?
PC.
No,
Standalone
that's standalone. The Vive is
Oh, the
like
Vive.
PC.
That's the one. Yeah. Sorry, I get confused with all the dumb.
That's the
fucking
Valve
names.
one.
Yeah, the Vives are cool.
Yeah.
They're like
Sorry, if we're talking about new, like, I saw the new Steam thing.
The Steam Deck.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered one.
Did you?
He's
The
got
thing
one
looks
coming.
awesome. I
Yeah.
just discovered it like
Yeah.
a couple
I've been
weeks ago.
telling you about it for fucking months. I pre-ordered it in July. I'll let you check it out when I get it. I'm
When is it like releasing? I don't know.
It's
Really
already
It's
released.
released.
I'm in quarter 2 for actually getting it.
There's a lot of
what was the price tag on that?
for
Depends on which version you get.
$3.99.
Yeah.
$3.99 was the basic, I
Yep,
think.
$3.99 to $5.99
Yeah.
for the highest tier model. I got the base model because you can just swap the hard drive out on it anyway. Because the one I got only comes with the 64 gig like hard drive basically. And
Is that the only difference? Is hard drive space?
the top tier one also has a different display type.
Is it the difference between LED and OLED?
I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it.
But no, I'd be interested though.
Yeah. It's fucking sweet, dude.
You would
I'll
So
let you check
you
it out.
basically
would
just
appreciate
stream it
that.
off your computer though,
No.
right? No, you
It's a
actually
computer.
download it. Okay.
It
Yeah, it's a
is
computer.
a computer in your hand.
Okay.
Yep. It's fucking sweet. I'll bring it over and let you guys
very
check it out. Like I'm very excited
Please
to get
do
it.
it.
Buy
That might
would be
expand
fun.
my Steam library like
You should buy
tenfold.
a PC first, honestly.
Yeah, you know
Don't
what?
buy a Steam Deck until
Yeah,
you buy
I would
an
say
actual
what
PC.
would
Yeah.
really expand your Steam library
Is buying a PC.
new PC
Yeah.
for the same
Well,
amount.
I hate sitting in the computer room to like play games.
No,
Well,
no,
the
no.
great part about it
Well,
is
then get out of the computer room.
cloud saves. So you can play things on the go, and you can, if you're like, oh, I'm going to do a real good gaming session, let me just sit down and get comfortable.
Just get Harry out of the little hole that he thinks is just the computer room and just bring it in here so he feels more open.
You can
and
plug it into the
enjoyable.
TV as well.
Yes.
With a docking station like you can a Switch.
Does that turn you on?
It does.
But yes, I'll bring it over. You guys
right,
can check
all
it out.
You could also get a Steam Link. They're like $5 all the
They
time.
don't sell them anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they discontinued that in the controller.
Are they still supporting it though?
I don't know.
All right.
Anyway,
Honorable mentions.
I mean, I feel
I
like
have a pretty long list, so I'll go last.
Okay,
I have a few.
I just got one.
for it.
I had Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Okay.
It's the least played Super Smash that I played, but I did play a little bit, and I think this is my least favorite of all the ones I've played. It just,
okay.
It's a little wonky on the Wii.
yeah, it didn't catch my interest like other.
Yeah.
Because of the controller?
Probably.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
it's fair.
forgot to bring it up during peripherals. But I bought they were only sold in Japanese for a long time, or in Japan for a long time. They were what they called the classic controllers, which is basically an SNES controller with 2 joysticks.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
plugged into the Wiimote.
I think I've seen
Yeah.
those.
I had one.
You can play, I have 4 of them.
That's awesome.
I was like, I'm just buying them for everybody because I'm not gonna let people
Man,
try
you
to
went
play.
hard on
Right.
this system, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't
Joe
have to buy
had a
games.
lot of money at that point. He had nothing else to live for than the U.S. military and his friends.
If it wasn't for the Wii, we would no longer have a Joe in our life.
Thank God. Thank God for the Wii. We have Joe.
The Wii kept me in Korea and not Iraq.
I'm even more grateful. Thank fucking God. I'll give you mine. No, I got nothing. That's fine.
Okay. All right. So honorable mentions for me. DJ Hero.
Okay.
It was awesome. I don't know if you've ever played it.
I played
but
it on I played it on Xbox once.
Wenzel had it for PlayStation.
It's a fucking wild ass game.
It's
Yeah.
nuts.
It was really fun. It's essentially Guitar Hero just with a
DJ
turntable.
board with your disc and buttons and
Yeah,
slides
it
and
was really
stuff.
cool.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Try.
Okay.
That was like my first experience with any of the Monster Hunter games, and it was really, really, really tough. And but it led to me really enjoying Monster Hunter World on
PS4.
and checking that out. And wouldn't
So it was a gateway game.
Yeah, I wouldn't have checked it out if it wasn't for Try.
All right.
And then Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles,
That's
which is
what the other one was.
which is the sequel to Umbrella Chronicles.
That's what it was.
Okay.
It goes through a little bit of 3 and it has Nemesis, and that's why I was asking because I never beat Umbrella Chronicles, and then it goes through 4 and a little bit of its own flavor stuff.
All right. Is that still
I
like
wonder if they threw
a
like some
rail?
Code Veronica bullshit in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, probably.
I had them both, but I played Umbrella like more times essentially. I think I only played Darkside once.
Gotcha. Is that still like a rail
It's the
shooter?
same thing, but
Same
different
story.
story.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
they're cool. I'll dig out my Wii one sometime, probably after I move, and then we can sit down and just play through it in the afternoon.
That'd be
they're
fun.
they're
Sounds
they're
good.
worth it. All right, honorable mentions. I got a few here. Rampage Total Destruction.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Was it good? Did it live up to like the 64?
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I didn't actually beat this one, but what I did play was fun. Honestly, the Just Dance series of games were actually pretty
could see
fun.
that.
Like they're gimmicky, but they were fun. They actually like gave you a workout as cheesy as
Especially
they
for
were.
the time.
I played one on Connect. Yeah.
Yeah, if you actually put effort into it. Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is not a reboot of the Donkey Kong Country series. It was actually it's the first Donkey Kong game basically that Rare didn't release. But it's the same basic concept of all the Donkey Kong Country games that were on Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Metal Slug Anthology, which had Metal Slug 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and X.
I used to have that on my phone.
The anthology.
Yeah.
Nice. And then a game that you've played before, Clark, You Draw Studio.
Oh my God, I forgot about that game.
Do you remember Hot Dog? So basically, You Draw Studio was a peripheral that you had to get with the game. And you plugged your Wiimote into it, and you had a drawing tablet with a stylus.
Okay. So almost like a Mario Paint type of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost like a Mario Paint type of
Okay.
thing. And you could play different party games like Pictionary and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it was so fucking cool.
It was.
It was so fucking cool.
And it was essentially like you could pretty much play Pictionary, but then you're just passing the tablet around the room.
Yeah.
And we would get drunk with Mel and Kyle and whoever would come over.
Yeah.
Like the
The
Pizza
old-
Hut crew.
the old PZ crew?
Yeah. Yeah. It was always the old Pizza Hut crew. And yeah.
I remember, like,
Oh,
literally
fuck.
the hot dog thing was one time I was drawing, and I just drew a slanted oval, and that's all I drew. And Clark was like, "Hot dog," and the girls just looked at us like, "Are you fucking serious?"
We have the same brain. I was like, hot
that
dog.
was it?
Yeah, that was it. The girls just
And that's
looked at
how
us
you're
and were like,
best
"What
friends."
Because
the
like every
fuck?"
time you picture like a cartoon image of a hot dog, it's not straight on.
No.
it's slanted.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, and he just got the tip of it, and I was just like, hot dog.
That's what makes best friends. It's just
oh my
the
God.
tip of it.
I would always do like those like
And that's how you met your wife. Congratulations, Joe.
and I would always do those fun fucking like have you ever seen them where like it looks like you're drawing something terribly obscene, but then it's like an ape's face.
We used to play Words with Friends or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah.
Well, it was just like it starts to look like it's a pair of boobs, and then the body, and then like the legs, but really it's the nose of a monkey with like the lips, like So I would always start by doing that stuff and just. Oh my God!
So much fun,
dude! I forgot about that. We had to search for that too, didn't we?
Yeah.
We went to like 3 or 4 Best Buys that day looking for it.
Yeah.
It had just come out, and we were just like, "It's going to snow tomorrow."
It was the only game I ever bought.
Dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember exactly when you got
that was the only way you got the tablet was to buy the game.
Dude, we got done work, and we had like 3 hours before all the Best Buys closed in the area. We went to King of Prussia, Collegeville, and Pottstown, I think is where we finally found it.
It was still open at that point, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was back when we were at Mango.
Yeah. And
So that was still open in Pottstown.
Early days of Mango.
And this was just opening. But it was going to be a snow day the next day. And we were all like, none of us are going to have work. Let's all just get snowed in and drunk. Yeah. Oh, God. Good times. Yeah. Fuck, if I were to remember that probably would have made my top 5.
The important thing, you remembered it now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
A lot of fun. Still have that tablet and shit. I still have all of that shit. So yeah, that's my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Defining?
The only Galaxy has already been mentioned.
Yep.
Twilight Princess. My stepmom loved playing through that because she loved the Legend of Zelda series, and Mario Party 8 because I'm a sucker for
Mario Party games.
Yeah, I really am.
Who's not?
That's pretty much it.
Joe, if you don't mind, I just gotta ask. It's gonna keep bothering me. So the Rampage game. So I only played the original, which only had the 3 characters.
It was 4. I don't remember what the 4th was.
God damn it. So I will say, I constantly, whenever we've done too many games, I've looked for Universal Tour because it has like 9 characters, including like a rhino and fucking all this shit.
But there were still only 3 player, I think, right?
I don't know.
I think Universal's still only 3 player.
Because it's probably running off the same engine. They only build it on 3 characters. Okay.
But yeah, so Total Destruction was 4 player. I can't remember if it only had 4 characters or more. It was a really long time ago. And I think I've only ever played it 2 player. I don't think I ever actually played it like 4 player.
I really...
But
one of these days, I am going to throw out a Rampage game on the podcast. Like, I need to play one.
Day 99.
I don't know. Those games are just fun. I
played the fuck out of those games.
Yeah, they're just a lot of fun.
Rampage 2 is like an N64 game.
Oh yeah. No, I that is a must own. I will own that game on 64. Have the cartridge before I die.
Hey Harry, Rampage Total Destruction is a PS2 game as well. So you can look there for that one as well.
What's the newest release of Rampage?
Really?
Harry's going on a fucking tangent now.
Yeah, sorry. I apologize.
Oh, you're gonna check to see if that Switch emulator works, if you can play fucking Rampage games on it?
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the entire episode.
No,
It's fine.
Rampage is getting me real hot.
Yeah.
Just something about it, man.
I know, dude. It's
Just
so much fun.
Just like couch co-op destroying cities.
Still, we're able to like grab people out of windows and just like eat them and shit.
No, it's awesome. Fucking all the riding planes and jumping on tanks and fucking, it's awesome.
Game defining. Anybody else? I think Steve went through.
Oh wait, console defining.
Console defining. Yes.
I'm actually only going to drop 2 because I don't think there's a ton that stand out on the system. But I'm going to drop Wii Sports, and I just feel like you have to say Super Smash because it's like every
Fair.
Nintendo generation.
I would say sports over Smash.
Oh yeah, no. I think number 1, this system's known for Wii Sports.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't think the Mario games, like, I applaud you for, I guess, enjoying the Galaxy, but like nobody ever. I don't know. I just don't see people talking about,
because it wasn't the pack-in, and like 40-year-old people couldn't play it at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
it wasn't pitched for those games, and it wasn't a large title.
Yeah.
Also, when is the last time you've actually felt connected to Nintendo products at all?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. I think the
time I
Wii.
played Wii.
Yeah.
Right, but he didn't even own a Wii. The last thing that you had was a GameCube.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Clark?
It's all the ones that I mentioned. I really don't think there's much more than the ones that we have mentioned tonight for this. I don't have anything really for this that's hasn't been mentioned.
I have one additional. So I had Wii Fit and Wii Sports.
Yeah.
The one additional game that has not been mentioned so far is New Super Mario Brothers Wii, which is 4-player Super Mario Brothers, basicly. 4-player simultaneous.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Think
played.
Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
Was this on
Mario.
Wii U?
It was on Wii.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Was it a later release?
Was this
Yeah.
the Mario and
Yeah, yeah.
Luigi
Okay,
and two
okay.
Toad wannabes kind of thing?
Yeah. On the
Okay.
cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Okay.
right. All right.
I know exactly which game you're talking about
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Pretty fun game. Had to be playing with, I mean, just like Little Big Planet, you got to be playing with people that actually know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Because
You know what?
otherwise it can be kind of annoying.
It bothers me that they made like Mario and Luigi. Yeah, I get that. Like, why not Peach and
There were multiple characters you could pick.
was there?
Yeah. They were just the cover art ones.
Okay.
But yeah, like the sun levels with 4 people, a fucking nightmare.
I bet.
Oh yeah.
That's a nightmare for one
Wait,
person.
is it if somebody fails, everybody fails kind of thing, or
No. Everybody has to fail.
okay?
Yeah.
All right, so just have one person that's good.
It's
and then
it's still rough though. It's still rough. The screen doesn't progress without the last person.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? One of those deals.
Yeah. One of
yeah.
those fuck nuts
You gotta be
playing
all
with you.
you gotta be all on the same screen, and it's just
Come on, Betty! For fuck's sake!
yeah. Especially like when you got like a long jump where the jump is almost 3/4 of the screen,
Yeah.
and like 2 people make it, and the other 2 people on the other side, but now the screen can't go backwards, so they can't get as much of a run up. Like it can be annoying,
Yeah.
but it was still fun.
Cool.
That was quite a fun trip down memory lane. And for everybody else, join us in 2 weeks because we are going to deliver to you
Stay sexy. You're not fucking cutting me off this week.
we're going to give you a review of Celeste. So brace yourselves. And
There's a few listeners out there that'll be excited about that.
Stay lovely.
Platformer.
It's a fun one.
Joe's equivalent of tank controls for me.
Have you been playing it yet?
Yeah. I have 3 levels left to do.
Hey, I love you guys.
Stay lovely.
Stay safe.
Eat my ass.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow us on social media and all streaming platforms at Superfun Podcast for more episodes. If you enjoyed the show, tell a friend about us and consider becoming a Patreon member for more exclusive content.